now.
Good morning, Israel. Afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. We're coming with another lesson. Actually, this is a warning to Israel about the sealed books, the books that were removed from the Torah, that you were told not to read. So we're going to get into this warning. It starts from Daniel chapter 12, 1 through 13. So listen, Israel, the sealed books that are written for the end times, that were written, that you will see in chapter 12 in Daniel, uh, they were, we believe the books that Michael, the servant angel of the Most High God, who stands up for the children of Israel and still stands up for the children of Israel, told Daniel to close these books until the end times. These books are now open to help Israel find their way to their salvation. These books are Jubilees, Enoch, Yasher, Second Baruch, Ezra, Maccabees, and more. And you were warned not to read them because they were forgeries, lies, or fables. And these were actually the books that you need to know about, that you need to read. They're the very books that will bring you back to the Most High and your salvation. So we're going to get into Daniel 12:1, the end times. At that time, Michael, the great prince who protects your people, will arise. There will be a time of distress, such as has not happened from the beginning of nations until then. But at that time, your people, everyone whose name is found written in the book, will be delivered. You want your name to be in that book. And the only way you're going to be in that book is to know how to get to the kingdom. And that's through the new moon, from one of the books, Jubilees. Multitudes who sleep in the dust of the earth will awake, some to everlasting life, others to shame and everlasting contempt. These people are not in heaven or in hell. They are asleep. And when the judgment comes, they'll be awakened to either everlasting life or everlasting contempt. Those who are wise will shine like the brightness of the heavens, and those who lead many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. But you, Daniel, roll up and seal the words of the scroll until the time of the end. And these are those books that we have now that we've opened up and we're getting our information from. Many will go here and there to increase knowledge. Then I, Daniel, looked, and there before me stood two others, one on this bank of the river and one on the opposite bank. One of them said to the man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, "How long will it be before these astonishing things are fulfilled?" The one he asked that was on the water of the river is the same scripture that the New Testament used for JC standing on the water or walking on water. This particular person, dressed in linen, was actually an angel. And JC did not know the time or the hour or the end times. But listen to this angel. When Daniel asked him, "How long will it be before these astonishing things are fulfilled?" The man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, lifted his right hand and his left hand toward heaven. And I heard him swear by him who lives forever. Who lives forever? That is the Most High. He was swearing by him who lives forever, saying, "I will be for a time, times, and a half time." I'm sorry, it will be for a time, times, and a half a time.
So somebody knew when that time was going to be.
Yep. somebody knew, and he knew, and he told Daniel. But at this time, he was telling Daniel that he's going to have to close those books up until the end times. He also said, when the power of the holy people has been finally broken, that holy people is Israel, is you, Israel. You've been set apart for the Most High. So every time you see holy, it means set apart.
And we have been broken.
And we have been broken. You're right. Amazing. All these things will be completed. I heard, but I did not understand, so I asked my Lord, what will be the outcome of all this be? He replied, go your way, Daniel, because the words are rolled up and sealed until the time of the end. Many will be purified, made spotless, and refined, but the wicked will continue to be wicked as they do now. None of the wicked will understand, but those who are wise will understand. These are people who are walking around today just living like they would any other time.
Keeping unholy Sabbaths.
Keeping unholy Sabbaths.
Unholy feast days.
Unholy feast days.
All which are out of season.
Right. But those who are wise that know will understand. From the time that the daily sacrifice is abolished, that's when we were actually sacrificing to the Most High. And the abomination that causes desolation is set up is the sacrifice to devils. So from the
heathens.
For the heathens
were sacrificing to devils.
To devils.
Our
temple, exactly. So from the time that the daily sacrifice is abolished and the abomination that causes desolation is set up.
That's already happened.
Yes.
That's already happened. We've been taught that it's coming, but it's already happened. So we're much further ahead than we thought we were.
Right. There will be 1,290 days. Blessed is the one who waits for and reaches the end of the 1,335 days. This is endurance.
You guys are going to have to go into survival mode. That's what we've been trying to encourage you to do. Go into survival mode, because nothing else matters at this point. All this history and people teaching about all these ancient historical events, that stuff was good in its day, but it's not now. This is the time to be giving your keys to that door to salvation. The only key that you're going to be able to get is the key to the salvation door. That is the new moon. It dictates all of your feast days and all of your seasonal worship days. Without that, you don't have a chance.
You've got to get that creation calendar down. You've got to get the Sabbaths down. You have to know when the new moon has arrived. That way you'll know all of your holy Sabbaths, all of your feast days. That's the only way that you're going to make it. So we have those lessons where you can go back and look at those calendars, and we'll try to do our best to report the new moon every time it arrives and the days that the Sabbaths fall on.
Yeah. We'll try to do a monthly report so that, people can keep up, because there are days when there's cloudy skies and you won't be able to see the new moon. That's the reason why I tell everybody, remember the last new moon and the date that it showed up. You count 30 days from there and you will be on point. So if you don't see it, you count. That's what you have to do.
Yes. So as for you, go your way, he's telling Daniel, till the end. Because Daniel will rest, and then at the end of the days, you will rise to receive your allotted inheritance. And that's what we're all striving for. If we don't see this new kingdom come, if we are following the law, statutes, and commandments, his new moon days, and the Sabbaths, we will also rest. And when we rise, we will receive our allotted inheritance.
All praises.
So until next time, all praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High. Shalom,
Shal-
Israel.
Shalom.